Function, quality, and innovative technical solutions have been the cornerstones of our stoves and lanterns throughout our history. Since 1892, we've been working to make life in the great outdoors as good as possible. Today, we're a part of people's adventures, both great and small, throughout the world. In the 1880s, many people tried to design effective kerosene stoves. However, most of these stoves didn't work very well and gave off a lot of smoke. The partners F.W. Lindqvist and J.V. Svensson worked hard in their small blacksmith's workshop in central Stockholm to develop kerosene stoves. In March 1892, they started to produce the very first soot-free kerosene stove. They called it Primus. Lindqvist and Svensson sold their first stoves themselves. They knocked on doors and found many of their customers in the open air, among women stallholders standing out in the freezing cold. After a while, they came into contact with B.A. Hjort, who was interested in their invention and signed an exclusive contract to sell their stoves. In the very first year, Primus stoves were exported to Norway, and success was assured. In 1897, André took a Primus stove with him when he made his attempt to reach the North Pole in a hot air balloon. In 1911, Roald Amundsen had a Primus stove with him when he reached the South Pole. Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay were the first people to reach the summit of Mount Everest on 29 May 1953. They prepared their food on a stove from Primus. The same kind of stove has been used by Japanese women to cook their rice, and by Bedouins to make their tea. In some African villages, the Primus stove was the main and often the only household appliance they had. The 1930s saw the launch of LPG gas, and the first LPG stove was made in 1938. In the 1940s and 1950s, Primus developed LPG stoves, LPG lanterns, and LPG cylinders. Primus stoves and lanterns are now sold in more than 70 countries. We're continually developing new products based on ideas and impulses from all four corners of the world, and invest a lot of our income in research and development. We always test our products over and over again to make sure that they're climate smart, simple to use, and lightweight to carry around. Quality takes time, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. Primus OmniFuel has been named the best outdoor stove by Outdoor Magazine, the most popular outdoor magazine in Europe, for 7 years running. OmniFuel is our most advanced multi-fuel stove and has been developed with the help of leading adventure seekers for many years. Our Primus laboratory contains all the equipment we need to test our stoves in extreme cold, heat, and wind. But we don't stop there. We also test them in real environments, and we've received a number of approvals from test institutes around the world. We started our environmental work in 1978 when we began developing gas burners for African countries to help them reduce the amount of wood they used for cooking. Primus ETA stoves are among the most eco-friendly and fuel-efficient portable stoves on the market. In 2007, our ETA Power Stoves won a number of awards in many different countries. In 2008, we started to invest in Baum Invest, a long-term tree planting project in Costa Rica, to offset the low levels of carbon dioxide emissions that our ETA stoves actually produce. We continue to be pioneers in this field and are always developing new products with smart functions. After the founder's modest start, Primus has been an innovator and a market leader in products for cooking, heating, and lighting for more than 100 years, helping us to become part of people's adventures, both big and small. But our biggest challenges still lie ahead. We're constantly spurred on by the desire to produce even more innovative and eco-friendly products that are simple to use and lightweight to carry around, making life easier out in the great outdoors. For us, the adventure has just begun. A part of people's adventures since 1892.